News Radio, KWN.
And good morning, everyone. It is the KWN Today program on the air. We're now 9 minutes after the hour. 9 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning, the 12th day of August. Glad that you have joined us here this morning. We start our first segment, as we always do, with a look at area death notices around the Tri-State area out of Marion, Jackson, DeKalb, and Dade County. Brought to you each morning by Moore Funeral Home. Now over 70 years of service to the Tri-State area for generations. Moore Funeral Home. If you've been thinking about pre-planning, they'll be happy to sit down and discuss all of your different options, from cremation to traditional funeral services. Moore Funeral Home, dedicated to those that we serve. And we begin our check of area death notices out of DeKalb County, where Charles Edward Charlie Hester Jr. has passed away. The Cornerstone Funeral Chapel is in charge. Graveside service will be coming up this morning at the Hilburn Cemetery near Cedar Bluff. That's a graveside service for Charles Edward Charlie Hester Jr. George Warren Combs funeral services will be coming up Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, also at the Cornerstone Funeral Chapel. Visitation with the family will be from 4 until 8 today, and from 10 a.m. until the time of the service coming up, for the time of the service coming up on Thursday. Gail Cindy Davis of Sand Mountain of the Pisgah area. Funeral services are coming up on Thursday. There is no formal services planned. The Cornerstone Funeral Chapel is in charge of the arrangements. Nellie Shankles has passed away. Funeral services will be held on Wednesday, that is today, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Rainsville Funeral Home. Kathy Holdbrook Cole has passed away. Funeral services will be coming up this Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The family will receive friends from noon until the hour of the service at 2 o'clock on Thursday. Emma Lorraine Parker, funeral services will be at 2 o'clock this coming Saturday at the W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends from 11 until 2 just prior to the service at the funeral home. Wanda Ethel Johnson has passed away following the Alabama Department of Public Health guidelines. A small graveside service will be held with mask and social distancing being required. The W.T. Wilson Funeral Chapel in charge of the arrangements. Out of Jackson County, we had the passing of Judy Hastings. The family of the late Judy Hastings will receive friends coming up today at the Rudder Funeral Home Scottsboro Chapel. Graveside services will be 11 a.m. this morning at the Cedar Hill Cemetery. Samuel Wildman has passed away. Celebration of life is scheduled for September the 4th. Rudder Funeral Home of Bridgeport is in charge of the arrangements. Out of Marion County, we had the passing of Robert Charles Murphy. They will have a private memorial service at a later date. The Tate Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. Alice Marie Gunner. Memorial service will be August the 16th. That'll be coming up this week. 2 o'clock at the Pikeville Cumberland Presbyterian Church. That'll be this coming Sunday. The Reed Funeral Home in Whitwell in charge of the arrangements. There is no local death notices to pass along to you out of Dade County this morning on KWN Today. The area death notice is brought to you by Moore Funeral Homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, where their family has been serving our family in our time of need since 1945. Moore Funeral Home, dedicated to those that we serve. Good morning, everyone. Straight ahead, the KWN Today program is on the air. Stay with us. Lots to come, including your phone calls next. KWIN Today program on the air. Phone lines are open if you'd like to be a part of the program. This segment is 706-657-7594, 642-9596. Phone lines are open on the KWIN Today program. Give me a call on whether you're listening on the radio at 101.3 FM, 1420 AM, or watching the TV version of the show on a lot of cable systems, plus ITV Chattanooga on Roku, Fire Stick, and more. Good morning. You are live with us on the air, caller. Go ahead.
I want to put that car back on for $800.
Okay.
And he needs it sold pretty quick. It's a good running car. No, you can't even hear it run.
All right.
So, all right, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. They do not put their phone number out. Look for Frank's on the mailbox when you turn up in the city of Trenton between the post office and Discount Floor. So head up the road towards the schools where you'll find that vehicle available. Good morning. You're live with us on KWIN Today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I still got those books saved.
Okay.
Brand new, still in the box. I'd like to sell. Still got that coat rack. And my number is 423-544-1915.
0915. Well, thank you very much. All right. Thank you. All right. There's a couple of phone calls back to back. If you'd like to be on the program this morning, just give us a call, 706-657-7594, 642-9596. KWIN Today program on the air on this Wednesday, August the 12th. Well, the runoff yesterday is over with. Now in the books, we've got a new Republican that's going to be challenged a Democrat on the side of or in the November election for Congress on the District 14. That's Marjorie Greene. She defeated Dr. Cowan yesterday in that runoff. Here locally in Dade County, we've got a new school board representative that will take office starting in January. Dr. Jane Griffin will take a seat. She won her race in the runoff, school board District 5 at large. She picked up 1,041 votes over Brooke Wilson at 634 votes, with her taking the District 5 school board at-large seat. She will start her 4-year term in January. Mike Cameron, who picked up the number of votes needed to be able to secure his State House District 1 seat. He was in a runoff with former State Representative John Deffenbaugh. Mike Cameron, 2,857 votes to John Deffenbaugh's 2,213 votes. We'll be speaking with Mike Cameron a little bit later on this morning on the Newsmaker segment. We'll get his thoughts about the election yesterday and also what some of the things that he intends to do as we move forward. He would take office, of course, in January. And for those of you living out on Lookout Mountain in the Walker County area or listening to us in Walker County on 101.3 FM, Walker County Board of Commissioners are now set. There was a runoff between Eric Stoltz and Alan Painter. And Eric Stoltz gets that seat, 1,307 votes to 828 for Painter. And that's Walker County District 4 Commission seat is now set. The entire 5-member commission is now set. And Shannon Whitfield, the sole commissioner, has also got elected as the chairman executive in the upcoming term for the new 5-member commission for the Walker County government. And that's all they were waiting on, is to got that set. And well, I guess I should put. I don't know if any of them have Democratic opposition, so I'll hold off on saying that it is now set. But the race from yesterday was settled. Eric Stoltz is the Republican nominee for Walker County District 4, 1307 to Alan Painter's 828. And I'll have to double check that. Not that familiar if there was a Democratic challenger on any of the 5 commission races for Walker County. Have to check that out. But that's the way the election went. There was 3 races here in Dade County. Of course, the school board, Dr. Jane Griffin picking up that seat, Mike Cameron, the State House, and then, of course, Marjorie Greene picking up the Republican nomination. She will face a Democratic challenger in the fall in the general election for the 14th. As well. So you can read more about that when you go to discoverdade.com, discoverdade.com. That's the website where you'll find Dade County's newspaper, the Mountain Valley Independent. Mountain Valley Independent, Dade County's newspaper, online and updated sometimes by the minute, depending on what is happening around the area. And several stories posted over the last 24 hours there, if you haven't went to check that. How Dade County schools plan to handle positive COVID-19 cases and exposures. Good article there. It also leads to archives of this program. If you remember yesterday, I for the whole show, we sat down and we talked to Dr. Jan Harris yesterday for the whole show about the COVID-19 positives that they're dealing with some of the faculty as well as one student athlete, how they're handling that, how they're going to be handling the exposures and also positive cases coming up. And also, at this article, when you go to the Mountain Valley Independent at discoverdade.com, we've also attached the full press conference with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp and the Surgeon General of the United States. And as we told yesterday here on this program, the Surgeon General said it's not if, it's no matter when, and what the plan is when you have cases in the schools or various businesses or whatever. So, I mean, and I know there may be a few of you thinking out there, well, if everybody stays at home, we're not going to have it, but we're never going to get over it because we're already seeing a lot of folks are saying, well, regardless if they get a vaccine, we're not going to take it. That's a whole nother issue down the road. But, they lay out a plan. They say, what is considered an exposure. So if you missed those interviews, you can go to discoverdade.com. You can watch those interviews. You can listen to Dr. Harris lay out the plan. You can read the article, which lays out the steps of how they will do their, sending folks home that may be possibly exposed, and how the Dade school system will do that. They're back in school tomorrow. Hamilton County also going back to school tomorrow. And we've got a staggered approach with DeKalb County starting today. They will be fully back in school next Monday. Jackson County already in school. And Marion County will not go until after Labor Day. To the phones, good morning. You're live with us on KWIN today.
Good morning. I just wonder why they just didn't test all the students before they go back to school to see if they have that virus.
Do what, ma'am?
I wonder why they just didn't test the students before they go back to school to see if they have the virus.
Well, that would be up to the parents if they wanted to get tested.
Well, absolutely. But,
yeah.
I mean, I think that would be a good idea, to see if they had it before they even went to school. But
yeah.
Then again, they're saying it's airborne, so it wouldn't make no difference anyway,
Well, I mean, that's it. The test basically, hopefully, would give you an indication if you were having symptoms or if you've been exposed, if you're in that incubation period or whatever before you have symptoms. And what they're seeing now, especially in children, from what I understand, that a lot of, and I think the Surgeon General spoke on this, a lot of people have the virus but experience no symptoms whatsoever.
Right.
And that's where the test would come in. But it would be up to the parents if they wanted to get an idea if they had it before they went back to school or whatever.
Right. I just hope everything goes well for them, because I've been hearing, how you hear things.
Well, and I think you're exactly right.
Send them to school for 2 weeks, and then they're going to close the school down. And the reason for that is on account of funding, to get that funding.
Well, I don't think necessarily that's part of it at all. I think there's a lot of doctors are saying it's necessary to get folks back into the classroom for interaction with each other, but they got to do it safely. So, and you brought up something. You got to do it safely. And,
Absolutely.
whether kids go back to school or not, some of them, if there's a lot of them in the neighborhoods, I've already seen them out. They're riding bikes. They're playing together. They're doing whatever. And they've been doing this all summer long.
Right. Well, I just wanted to...
Do you want, ma'am? I can barely hear you.
I just wanted to say a few things.
Well,
Thank
sure.
you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you. And that's what this program. You can call and put your opinion in. We welcome those at 706-657-7594 or 642-9596. Another quick break and more to come on KWIN Today.
Looking around.
When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710.
What are you? Chicken? We are Guthrie's Restaurant.
Check out these back-to-school specials right now at Guthrie's. Tuesday buckets, 25 fingers and 6 sauces, only $18.99 on Tuesdays. Or the Wednesday family pack feeds 4 to 6, only $30.99. Or enjoy a free large drink with the purchase of a snack box. Offers good for a limited time, Monday through Friday only from 3 until 5 p.m. at the Trenton location of Guthrie's Restaurant.
The best chicken finger sauce in the world!
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Grant, back to the KWIN Today program, now at about 29 minutes after the hour. We got a news break coming up to the bottom of the hour. Get an update on some of the stories that we're following for you around the region with Susan King. Georgia News will update us, and of course we'll have a Fox News update at the bottom of the hour as well as we continue with the KWIN Today program. We'll get a Braves update, not good news, but we'll get a Braves update before we go off probably here this morning too, on the KWIN Today program. 706-657-7594, 642-9596 is the telephone number. Another story that you'll find this morning in the Mountain Valley Independent at Discover Day. Very disturbing, really. Agents with the DeKalb County Sheriff's Department in DeKalb County seizing a large amount of narcotics. They had packages, the Nerds and the some kind of patch type candy that were packaged with marijuana laced, and they executed a search warrant and seized a lot of these drugs. And Sheriff Nick Weldon, this was an excellent job, he says, by their narcotics teams, especially where juveniles are involved. This candy was packaged with large amount of marijuana edible packaging as candy drug paraphernalia, and with the was believed to be from the proceeds of illicit narcotic sales. I'm reading here. You can read more about it. You can read everyone that see pictures of everyone that got arrested. A large amount of narcotics packaged as candy. Very disturbing there. Let's go to the bottom of the hour news break with Fox News here on KWN.
It's the kind of opponent everyone dreams of. We did everything by the book. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo defending a U.S. arms sale to Saudi Arabia.
We did it right. There was a careful process. All voices were heard inside of the State Department.
An Inspector General report found the sale to be legal, but it also found that the State Department didn't fully assess the risks to civilian lives in Yemen. America's listening to Fox News.
News in a minute from GNN, the Georgia News Network.
A QAnon conspiracy theory supporter is the winner of a congressional runoff in northwest Georgia. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene defeated John Cowan yesterday to earn a place on the November ballot for District 14, which heavily favors the GOP. Greene has been criticized for past comments on race and has accused the deep state of trying to get rid of President Trump. In Northeast Georgia's 9th District, Athens gun store owner Andrew Clyde defeated State Representative Matt Gertler for the GOP nod in a bid to replace Congressman Doug Collins. Devin Pandy won the Democratic nomination. A new district attorney is coming on board in Fulton County. Judge Fonnie Willis soundly defeated incumbent Paul Howard in the Democratic primary runoff yesterday. And a high school in Cherokee County is closed through the end of August due to COVID-19 problems. At least 14 students have tested positive since classrooms opened back up at Etowah High School last week. I'm Matt McClure.
This is GNN, the Georgia News Network.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So the weather is just all over the place lately, right? One day it's hot, and the next day it's windy for a while. It's like, make up your mind already. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Let's go! Go! With Go-Go Squeeze! We're going, growing, standing tall. Climbing, laughing, hide and seeking, giving our all.
Our kids' days are filled with adventure, and Go-Go Squeeze is there for every run, jump, step of the way. Made from wholesome ingredients like 100% fruit and veggies, real yogurt, and no artificial anything. In Go Anywhere pouches, so our kids can keep going wherever their adventures take them. Go-Go Squeeze, you make the memories, we'll make the snacks. Find us in the applesauce aisle.
Let's go!
Chattanooga Police Chief David Roddy says a surge in violence in the city since late May mirrors that of what's taking place in many other cities across the country. With the News Watch on News Radio KWN, I'm Susan King. Chief Roddy says homicides and aggravated assaults here are up 17%. Criminal shootings have risen 24%. The chief says his department is seeking grant money from both the state and federal government to cover the cost of overtime pay for officers and special patrol units. UTC records 17 staff and faculty with COVID-19 since June the 1st. UTC says they tested positive for COVID-19. 57 students have come down with the virus over the same time period. Tuesday, primary runoff election results. The Republican runoff for State House District Number 1, 57% of the vote going to Mike Cameron. He beats out John Deffenbaugh with 43% of the vote. And to represent the school board in Dade County District 5, the winner is Dr. Jane Griffin, 62% of the vote. She beats out Brooke Wilson. With the News Watch on News Radio KWN, I'm Susan King.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then try Babbel. Text Hola to 64,000 and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel free. Just text Hola to 64,000 and start learning a new language today. That's Hola to 64,000. HOLA to 64,000.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services, including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, on our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
First Alert Weather on News Radio KWIN.
Quite hot and humid out there for your afternoon with partly cloudy skies. Can't rule out a stray afternoon shower or storm, but most of us staying dry. Highs lower 90s. Tonight, warm, muggy, lows into the lower 70s. For Wednesday, a few more widely scattered afternoon showers and storms back into the lower 90s. Showers and storms likely Thursday. Oncologist Dr. Eric Turner is now seeing patients at People's Cancer Institute at Hamilton Medical Center in Dalton. Call 844-PCI-HOPE for an appointment. And I'm Storm Team 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Hoare.
News Radio KWN. KWIN.
And back now. Thank you there, Patrick, with that update. Back on KWN News Now on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter at Discover Dade. And, of course, our website is discoverdade.com. You can also go to News Radio KWN to be able to follow us there on the website. Good morning. It's 9:37. It's time now for the Newsmakers segment. We hope to talk with Mike Cameron. Good morning. You're live with us on the air.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Sounding good here this morning. Good morning, Mike, and congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you to the people of Dade County. I really appreciate your support and your vote. And even to the people that didn't vote for me, I hope the next 2 years to earn your respect and your vote and your support. I'm going to work hard. You know, I'm out this morning. I'm off of 193 in beautiful Flintstone, Georgia, picking up signs right now. And get that cleaned up, get the roadways cleaned up for people, and get on down the road.
Well, Mike, congratulations once again. It is a 2-year term, and you will take office. You do not, by the way, have a Democratic challenger, so it's just a formality with the general election coming up in November. As long as you make it to the polls to vote for yourself, you'll be okay.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, thank you. I'll make sure I'll put that on my calendar and make it to the poll. I'll vote early.
That's right. Yeah, vote early. But it is a 2-year term, and the representative, and we've talked about it here on this program before, but a representative, any bill that comes to the floor of the Capitol that is connected with any type of money or funding has to start in the House, because the House is what they say closest to the people, because you as a state representative being elected to that position starting in January have the smallest number of folks. The Senate has more, of course, with the 4 counties here in North Georgia. So you have the largest number of folks that you represent. So any funding bill has to really start in the House.
It does, and I think the big issue is that when we get there in January is looking at how COVID has affected revenues for the state, and if we're in good shape, great. If revenues are still down, I know in July I believe the revenues were back up a little bit. We've got to look at that, and I think that's going to drive a lot of things that go on in the session, is how COVID affected business, especially small business, and sales tax revenues, and then we go from there. So that's going to be, that's very important, and we're going to have to look at a lot of things.
Well, I know that you're no stranger to the political arena. You're a former chairman of the Walker County Party, and you've been to Atlanta and been to the House and to the Senate to kind of know to know how things work, at least on a very limited level.
Yeah, I worked on the Board of Commissioners issue for about 3 years, and I worked on the local act, getting that shepherded through. And I've met a lot of people and made a lot of contacts down there, and I've heard from a lot of the local representatives in the surrounding areas already, and they're willing to help me get acclimated to the process, and I'm going to work hard. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, but I want to get my head around the procedures and processes that go on. So when I get there in January, I'll be ready to go. At least I'll have it in my mind, how things work. Because with my job at Blue Cross, I worked on a lot of federal legislation, and that's a little different how Congress works or doesn't work. But I'll learn the processes and do that, and I'll be studying, and also I'll be getting around talking to local leaders, business and government leaders in both counties, and getting ideas on exactly what they're thinking. And so I hope to get all that done in the next month or so. So I'm going to get ready.
Well, Mike, we certainly do appreciate you calling in this morning. Congratulations. We hope to have you in studio here in a few weeks at your convenience to be able to come in, and maybe we can have some questions that we can go over and talk about. Maybe you'll have time at that point. You've already talking to a bunch of folks in the Dade and Walker County area that you'll represent and have some ideas on what a lot of laws, and you and I have talked about it, but there has been a number of laws that have been enacted statewide from the folks in Dade County and in Walker County. The sexual predator law in the last couple of years was enhanced because of a lady from Sand Mountain working with Senator Mullis. So, I mean, there's a lot of people may say, well, they're going down to Atlanta and that doesn't affect me, but it really does, and you can make changes and make substantial improvements by working with legislatures.
Yeah, and two of the things I talked about in the campaign are human trafficking. It's obviously an issue with any place where you have interstates, intersecting, and also senior citizens, fraud, abuse. That's a big issue around the state. I used to be a caregiver for my mother, and how senior citizens are treated. I know our Attorney General is working on both those issues, and I know him pretty well, and I look forward to getting down and working with him and other people on tightening that up and giving people protection for those things.
Well, Mike Cameron, congratulations once again to the State House District 1, and we look forward to having you in the studio at a later date, and I'll let you get back. I know you can't wait to pick up all those signs.
Yeah, yes, if you see a chubby, bald-headed guy with a blue shirt on today, don't hit me on the road. I'll be up in North Dade. My pastor's already picked up signs in Trenton. He lives on Flat Rock, so I have 40 signs to pick up from him, but just don't hit me. I want to make it to office in January, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, Evan.
All right. Thank you very much for being here and speaking with us on the radio.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Mike Cameron, the winner yesterday in the State House District 1 race over a former state representative who was running to regain his seat once again, John Deffenbaugh. So, Mike Cameron, we appreciate him joining us this morning on the Newsmaker segment. And once again, we will have him back in the studio with us at a later date after he gets a couple of days off. I'm sure the campaigning for everybody that has been campaigning in the runoff needs a day or two to kind of regroup. It's 9:44, 16 away from the hour. Lots more still to come. Stay with us here on KWIN Today.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
The power to work. That's what you get with genuine Husqvarna products. And now through the Husqvarna Fleet Program at York Small Engines, you also have the power to get free Husqvarna power products. Purchase a Husqvarna 52-inch Z400 Series zero-turn mower and get a free backpack blower, plus a free string trimmer. Then you'll be ready to take on the great outdoors with the power of Husqvarna. The Husqvarna Fleet Program at York Small Engine is the clear choice for great value and superior performance. See the full line of quality Husqvarna products at York Small Engines, located on Highway 41 in Jasper. Stop in and see the new Husqvarna Fleet packages, or give them a call at 942-3965. With your new Husqvarna 52-inch Z400 Series zero-turn mower, you'll get a free backpack blower and free string trimmer. For a limited time, get no down payment and 0% financing, available up to 48 months. See dealer for details. Husqvarna, the power to get it done. At Comfort Gallery in Kimball, comfort is the key, and the key to making it easier to sleep, sit, and stand is a new PowerLift chair from Catnapper. Catnapper's PowerLift chairs feature comfort coil seating for long-lasting comfort and a powerful yet smooth, quiet motor. Some models even include heat and massage. It's really comfort at the touch of a button. See the full selection today when you visit Comfort Gallery. Free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash, available at Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A, Kimball, Tennessee.
When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope. Come hungry and leave satisfied.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the KWIN Today program. We're on the air in about 13 minutes in front of the hour. Thanks once again to Mike Cameron, the Republican nominee for the State House District 1. Does not have a Democratic challenger, so formality to get through the election in November to be able to represent a District 1 constituents, which is all of Dade County and the northern part of Walker County, the part of Walker County that really is Lookout Mountain. It hugs the valley down the valley next to Lookout Mountain, all the way down to 193 and below. But then basically from Chickamauga north, all the way from Chickamauga and the Lookout Valley area to the Rossville area, all of that is in District 1. So thanks again for Mike Cameron for joining us, and we hope to have other winners to come in and talk with us about being elected to their positions that they were running. The runoff is over with. Our next election, of course, will be coming up in November. We'll have 3 weeks of advance voting and all of that to go along with what's already taking place. Seemed like a long election year, as they say, vote early and often. And we have been voting, early voting, advance voting, in-person voting, but the runoff is over with now, and we'll look forward and move ahead towards the general election. I do want to say one thing. As a lot of folks still struggle with different things and long lines and different things you hear about voting, the folks in North Georgia seem to have got it all figured out, and especially here that I know personally about the Dade County area, the poll workers yesterday, Luana and the board and all of the folks that it takes to, I mean, it takes several people to work all of the computer systems, and they've done an excellent job. By 8:45 last night, we knew the winners. They had the absentees counted early. They just did a great job, and so hats off to Luana and all the folks at the Board of Elections. If you know any of them, tell them thank you. They do a really good job to follow all the procedures, work with the new equipment, and they've been able to do exceptionally well, and running all the precincts in the seven district or 7 precincts that we have here in Dade County. So if you know any of them, thank them. They did a fantastic job. The COVID-19 update, we're still holding steady, only 30 cases over the last 2 weeks. Friday, I think last Friday, we were trending at about 33 over the last 2 weeks, and that's the new trend that the Georgia Department of Health is doing. They give us a 2-week, 14-day outlook of how many cases, and presuming, I mean, your some of those are falling off every day, some of them are coming on, but the last 2 weeks we've been holding steady. Now this is the third day at 30 cases over the last 2 weeks. We do have another hospitalization as of yesterday, but we've been very, very fortunate in hospitalizations here in Dade County, because folks with a Dade County address now, since this began, and we've talked about it several times, we're up to 8 hospitalizations over the entire summertime since March, when they've been keeping records. But we've had 2 hospitalizations in the last 2 weeks. We held at 6 for a long time. We're up to 8 now, adding 1 more from yesterday. All right, 9 away from the hour. Good morning, everyone, here on KWIN today. Glad to have you along with us as we continue. We got the Braves report coming up. We'll talk about several other things that are just around the corner. Stay with us as we continue with the KWN, the KWIN Today program, all around the tri-state area.
Georgia is open for business, and we invite you to bring your family for great shopping.
The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve. Come hungry and leave satisfied at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon. Cloud's Pizza uses only the freshest ingredients, and we hand toss our own pizza dough. Our pizzas are made from scratch when you order, so they're always fresh. And don't forget about our famous Sand Mountain cheese sticks. You can eat from the daily buffet or try a mouth-watering hamburger or cheeseburger. Come see your friends at Cloud's Pizza, Highway 71 in Higdon, and never leave hungry. Call ahead at 597-3100 for Cloud's Pizza. Visit us on Facebook at Cloud's Pizza and more.
Come see us at Cloud's Pizza.
Landers McLarty Ford of Fort Payne is your destination for quality automobile service. Landers McLarty is second to none when it comes to service on your vehicle. You can drop by and see us on Glen Boulevard Southwest in Fort Payne. Call our service department at 256-845-1101 or schedule an appointment online at LandersMcLartyFordFortPayne.com. So whether you drive a Ford or any other make of car, SUV or truck, see our ASE certified and Ford factory trained technicians today at Landers McLarty Ford in Fort Payne. It's never a good idea for a lawyer to view the evidence of a case through the lens of another person. That's why at the Bandy Firm, we never send investigators or staff to go meet with critical witnesses, investigate the scene, or to inspect important evidence. At the Bandy Firm, Sean Richardson or Marshall Bandy personally meet with witnesses and personally investigate all possible evidence. With 65 years of combined trial experience, trial lawyers Sean Richardson and Marshall Bandy will be with you every step of the way. If you have been injured due to the negligence of another, call the Bandy Firm today. They will be with you every step of the way. The Bandy Firm, 706-935-STEP, or on the web at bandylaw.com. The Bandy Firm, every step of the way. Call 706-935-STEP. That's 706-935-7837.
Trenton.
All right, back now to the K-Win Today program, and Braves on the air later on tonight. Got about 5:50 for the afternoon startup time for the Braves Radio Network. And just after 7 o'clock tonight is when the Braves will be on the air, wrapping up a short set with New York, not faring well in New York. We split in Philadelphia and not faring well in New York thus far. They'll try to right the ship later on before they take a day off. Now they had a rain delay, or a rain out, and played a doubleheader Sunday. And but this is tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow on Thursday is the first official day off that the Atlanta Braves had since they started the season way back almost 3 weeks ago with a shortened 60-game season. So I'm sure that they'll be delighted to have that game or that day off. It's a travel day. They'll be leaving New York and heading towards Florida, take on the Marlins, and they're on a road trip, and it's not business as usual for any of the sports teams, and the way they travel. It's just not they're not allowed to go out. They've got I want to use the word security guards, but they do have folks in the lobbies of the hotels that they're staying in to track where some of these players are going and remind them that they do not need to leave the facility, because you don't want to get a COVID-19 breakout, if you will. So and have to suspend the games, but of course the Braves hadn't had to suspend any because of that. They've had some. Freddie Freeman, of course, he was out a few days at the beginning of their warm up for the summertime, and the summertime spring training, if you will, because he had it, and he and others